What's going on, everybody? It's Friday night. It is just me again tonight. Nicole is in Wyoming visiting a friend. So it's just me. So I'm getting actual work done again for 2 weeks in a row. Crazy talk. Last week I wired up this truck, and then I got a bunch of work done over the weekend. So last weekend to get it actually like in really good shape. I'll show you what I did there. Pretty excited about how it turned out. But I kind of like how this truck's turning out in general. So I'm going to throw a bunch more parts at it. We're going to replace the plastic links. I'm going to put universal shafts in it, new knuckles. I'm going to put new shocks on it. I'm trying to remember what I grabbed. So yeah, I'm going to turn this thing into a little bit of a nicer truck. A little bit nicer parts, I should say. So that is the plan. And I also, if you saw the thumbnail, I have got a box of stuff. I bought a lot, like a guy who was selling a bunch of stuff, and I bought everything that fit in this particular box, and I don't 100% recall what all it was. So those are the two things that we are going to be doing today. So there we go. That better be all beef jerky, right? That's my beef jerky is immediately next to me. So at the last time I had only tried the sriracha bacon jerky. Since then, I have also tried the wait, which one's this? Oh yeah, this is the same one, the old-fashioned maple, and that one is like candy. The bacon jerky is my new favorite. Absolutely my new favorite. Anyway, we have do we do the box first? Or do we do upgrade stuff first? Do I save the box till the end? We'll see. We'll figure. I don't know yet. Let's grab the parts first while we discuss. Box first. That seems like. You know, coming to a climax too fast. So what I have here. Make sure I got all the things. Yes. What's in the box? So I grabbed wheel weights. I realized that wheel weights are already on this, so we don't need those on here. We've got some of the SCX-10-2 knuckles, some of the S80 90mm shocks. So those are going to be nice. With those 90mm shocks, I'm also going to put on the black machined caps because those are pretty fantastic. So those are the only upgrades I'm going to put on those shocks for now. Then I grabbed a stainless steel link kit. Pretty standard deal there. Probably won't need the panhard because I think I had to use a custom panhard on this, if I recall. Box, F1 style. For that reference, maybe I'll do the box first. And then these are the universal shafts. So those are the things. We're going to wait a little bit. We'll wait just a little bit on the box. Wait until everything peaks a little bit more on number side. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to start with the most fun part of this build. That's going to be building the shocks. What? Oh, you're all so lucky. You get to experience me building these shocks. But STL Sunday bed welder. Oh, yeah, that would be, I could do that. Didn't I do a welder already? I did do a welder with a cart. Could just print it in yellow and be done. Maybe I'll do that. I think I did talk about that at one point. But before we do that, let me show you how I didn't finish, but improved, got closer to completing this truck. Well, do I have this camera on? I do. Look at me. Oh, I've got the autofocus on though. We got to turn that off so you don't see that little box. Turn off. There we go. There she be. It's a Power Wagon cab, which I didn't want to put body post holes in it. And I was just trying to, I have a lot of fun coming up with body mount designs. I don't know why that part of it seems kind of fun to me. But what I came up with on this one is, if you look, you see these bolts across the front there. That's a bit of a hint of what's going on, but no body posts anywhere. Let's adjust this up just a hair. Can we? Whoop, I hit the HDMI cable. Up too far. How about we stop messing with it and we just leave it alone? That seems like a better idea. The RC Underdog, $4.99. Thank you, sir. If you have TRX4 shocks and a VFD trans, what flat rail chassis would you recommend? First one that comes to mind is a brazen scale. It was super easy to drop the VFD in there. I had the ATL or ATL Pro. I can't remember. I think I had just the regular ATL, but I think ATL Pro is the same way. Either way, that one, it was super easy. We did it on like a Friday night build. I was able to basically put it together. So I highly recommend. Ben, is it hinged? Question mark? Nope, not that. So that's really the only outside there, other than you can see that a little nub right there, right? And yeah, so you can. It's not a body post, anything like that. It's just a nub that sticks through the body. But if you press it in, then you can pull the body up. And what that is, in the front here, there's this design, and you can see that little, you can see it's got kind of like a keyed style, right? Well, the little top part sets right in this groove. Just slides right in there, so it can't go left, can't go right, because there's a step here on the left, and on the right there's the servo. So it can't go left or right on the front, and it's keyed underneath, so it like slides over this. Then on the back side, we've got this little setup here, and this black piece here is this channel, and the body sets down onto that. This piece is screwed into the bed here with those two screws, and then I've got this piece, and that's the little nub. But you can see, or possibly can, that is some 0.5 millimeter carbon fiber. So it pushes itself forward, and that's what pushes through the body. So it locks in through that hole on the back of the body. And to remove it, you can just press on it, and since it's thin carbon fiber, you can push it back through out of the way. So it's like a spring-loaded body post mount in the back. Yeah, it's pretty easy, and it holds the truck. If you put the front on and then push the rear in like that. But you can, I can push it. Oh, my battery cable. Whoops. Battery cable's in the way. Oh, well. That's enough for now. Yeah. Front's on. Why did this go? See, it never works on live video. Oh, there we go. What is in the way? Whatever. But you can. You just have to push it there. You made a spring steel style carbon fiber spring. Now, yeah. So that's the deal. And You just push it in on the back or squeeze it enough to get it off. And yeah, kind of simple, kind of fun. I can adjust it tension-wise by the little nub piece there is 3D printed, and I could just print it longer if I needed to. But I don't know. The body mount stuff is kind of fun. I find that to be a cool part. Also, last week we were working on the spacing of the transmission. That was kind of or the transfer case specifically. And after the stream, or possibly, it was Saturday, I redesigned the entire skid plate. So this was the old one that was in there. And I basically reverse engineered this and drew my own. One thing that was funny is that I think they made a little bit of a mistake because this link pocket here is 1 millimeter closer to this edge than this one is. Small mistake in their CAD work. Not too bad. I'll allow it. But and I don't know what they had this like notch down for. I eliminated that. And I printed it on my Prusa, which is a little bit nicer of a finish. But so I reprinted it. But you can see this carbon fiber tray across the top, and it notches around the T case completely, and it fastens down in 3 spots. There's a screw right back there and 2 there. But the part of it that is nice is that there's a spacer that's integrated with the skid plate, and I'm able to adjust that piece separately. So I printed one spacer here. It actually recesses down into the skid to keep everything locked in place, but it recesses down 2 millimeters, and this was 8 millimeters total, but I only needed 5. So I was able to make just a slightly shorter spacer, get everything adjusted to be nice and low, but still, you know, proper clearance for the revolver. It just really, really, really worked well. I was super happy with how it's done. And it gives, they come out with like a slider, but there's nothing that mounts off the side of the chassis. So it's just all in place. Place over here for my ESC. I do have holes that come in from the sides that I could screw up into if I wanted to make a nice tray to hold that stuff. But right now I just put a zip tie around it. So that's my receiver I decased. So it's receiver, the BEC, and the ESC. All just smashed into this little thing. I also shortened all the servo and ESC, BEC wires. Just got everything pared way down to be as minimal as possible. So that is why, after doing all of that work to clean all of this up, I was like, I should use some nicer parts and replace these plastic stock honcho links and all that. Any chance the skid was off for the motor link clearance? I thought about that, Ben, but I think it's the one that would be the opposite of helping, because it's a lower link, and it would be this side, which is furthest away from this, and I can't see how it would have helped me at all. So I was like, maybe they did it for that, but I think it was just a mistake in CAD, honestly. Or if it wasn't a mistake, I think that it was a choice that wasn't a great one, especially only being 1 millimeter. But yeah, there we go. So, there you go. That is what we've done on this thing, getting it closer to what VP wheel design is that? It's the Method 310, but these are Cerakoted in that, like, it's white. I don't know. They have a color they call it white something or something white, whatever. And then it's got gray beadlock rings, but with black hardware. It's just kind of a nice combo. I like the white. It looks kind of just like blown out as far as on camera, but it's just a really nice glossy white. The white that's because the little photo of me down here is from my webcam, not my regular camera. So, is what it is. Anyway, that's what we got. Now let's open the mystery box. Don't we think? So, get the body on here. Swear to God, it's going to just stop working now because it's on live video. What? Oh, it's because my ESC wire just is sitting in that tray. No wonder. I should check these things. But, what's in the box? Ugh. I don't really have a great way. Yeah, I do. Yes, I do. We just have to clean off my little cart for a second. I have all the Tamiya parts from the CCO2 build, the honcho body that we replaced, my studio has become an absolute mess again, but I replaced my mouse. My books. I just need my books. Okay. Now we're cooking with gas. So, I remember put the books on the shelf, bookshelf behind. That is a truck shelf. And these are too small. So, I know that I bought a truck, a radio, some bodies, and I don't know if there's anything else. It is quite a large box. Security equipment supply. Yeah, I have no idea where the box came from. The box is a TF3. Okay. All right, so good Lord. So first off, we have this box, a box in a box. Now, this was my radio case that I sold 6 or 7 years ago. And inside of this is my radio from 6 or 7 years ago. Well, the radio itself was probably mine 10 years ago. But just some regular little tools and stuff in there. I used to make radio adapter, these little adapters, to put a 1.9 wheel on all kinds of different radios. And this was the first one that I ever did it on because it was my personal radio. But it's got an actual 1.9 Vanquish OMF on there. So this was my 4PKS, 4PKSR, Super R. And the battery's dead. So we can't do anything else. But, yeah. I used to be all fancy then, and I'm still fancy now. But 4PKSR. Is there any receivers in here? There's one 614 FF. That's all I see for now in there. So yeah. Not the newest generation of radio, but still. Rob Montana, thank you, sir. Okay, put our curiosity to rest. You rocking a tramp stamp? I have 0 tattoos. I have 0 tattoos. Not a one of any sort. Do you know of any Futaba fast compatible receivers? I mean, I'd have to look. I mean, there's lots of fast compatible receivers. Okay. Then, which one is this? Is that a Chevy or a Ford? Isn't that a Ford F100 maybe? I think that's the F100. But there is also the hard to find Proline utility bed. And that was one of my this was one of the ones that I wanted. This was what I was after. You can't get these. They're pretty hard to find. And they were cool. They just never caught on. They go in any cabbed body. But, you know, it's cooler than a regular bed, right? So, 66 Chevy C10. Oh, okay. So, this can kind of go with anything. It could go with this body or it could not. Whatever. So, there's those 2 items. Then we've got a RC 4-wheel drive Blazer hard body kit. And I think that this is new. Jesus, that's a lot of manual for a body kit. Oh, yeah, it's still in the plastic and everything. So this is new. Wow. That's all the glass and everything, all in the wrapping still. I don't know that this was ever opened. Yeah. So, nice Blazer kit. I mean, I have no idea if I'm going to actually use it or not. Might hold on to it in case I come up with something, but we'll see. That's a lot of stuff. So much. Be a man utility. Put the Lexan utility bed on the hard body Blazer. Eric Baker, you never heard from that guy. No kidding. He messaged me just to get a hold of you. Let me see if I can find that message. Then we have an axial honcho bumper. And I don't remember what rear bumper that was. Like a Dingo or who knows. Then we've got SCX10 original. Or kind of original. Because it's got the Stampede style drive shafts rather than the CV style ones that they went to later. It's got the 48 pitch spur gear, which was an earlier option. The single disc disc slipper. They went to the dual disc when they released the Deadbolt. That was the first one to come with the dual disc. It's got Proline scalar shocks on it. None of this stuff's been ran. Like, I think this is all still... These axles have a few scratches on them, so it was driven at some point. It's got Vanquish Stage 1 aluminum outers here. full stage 1 kit here with the VVDs. It's got a titanium link set on it, which that was spendy at the time. Oh man, it's got the Vanquish 3 link and panhard setup on it for the SCX1. You don't see that very often. So chassis mounted servo mount for the Vanquish 1. It's got the original the axial servo horn. These were like the servo horns to have at that time. They were the strongest ones you could get. Robotronics was pretty good, but then their quality went downhill and we would start stripping them. This servo is the 7955 TG. So a decent servo for its time. It's only like 300 and some odd inches, I think, but still a decent servo nonetheless. Let's see what else we got. Sidewinder 3 ESC, so not terribly old. I mean, they're on Sidewinder 4 now, so it's older. 35 turn RC 4-wheel drive motor. And, oh, it's got upgraded outputs. Extended upgraded outputs. Man, I wonder if those were super shafty or what. Oh, it's got a, oh, dang. It has the OG Vanquish aluminum transmission case, which has got the bubble sticker, which a lot of you guys may not know of, but we used to use these little bubble stickers that went on the back. They stopped before I got there. But it was like the domed sticker with the logo behind it, and it's the old Vanquish logo that changed in 2015. That's, you know, that's something. But that's not all that's in the box. One body post? We've got the Proline Baja KR2s, but oh yes, I thought that these were different. I thought that these were gray, and they're not. These are clear Vanquish Method Roos, which we didn't make a ton of because at the time they weren't wildly popular. But now they're desirable. So I thought they were gray, which wouldn't have been as good, but they're clear, which is the best. So the 1.9 Method Roos, that was really why I wanted the whole package. The rest of it was just like, okay, whatever. Yeah. So where's this box from? I bought it from a friend of mine in Kansas City. Basically just everything he had there, and he was trying to get rid of it, and I really just wanted the wheels. And he had a dollar amount in his head, and I was just like, it's not worth it to me. And I just beat him up, as you do with friends, until we got to a dollar amount that I was okay with spending. And now I got the wheels that I wanted. Black SLW, 600 hubs. And that's, I believe that is locked up scale hardware on those. Can you guys see that? I believe that's locked up hardware, which I don't have the tool for. I have to figure that out. I mean, if I, worth the wheels and body. That's pretty much what I was after. Well, not the RC4 drive body. I wanted that Proline utility bed. The rest of it was just like, okay, just do that. Then yeah, that's fine. Do that. And we came to this. But these are what I was after. So, yes, they are locked up. That's what I thought. I was pretty sure. Gunnar Nissen, thank you, sir. Hey, all, tonight's code. What's in the box? Gunnar, is Dana in here? Maybe. I need to pin the hashtag what's in the box. Thanks, Gunnar. I shall not be posting that, Phoenix says. Let me see if I can post it because I haven't seen Dana in here yet. Satisfy. Oh, there's Dana on it. Pin his message. Thank you, both Dana and Gunner. Gunner, the maple bacon jerky is also freaking ridiculously good. It is like candy. It is so good. No faith? I just hadn't seen you. I wasn't paying very close attention though. So those are the things. That was what was in the box. Honestly, for the size of this box, he did a really good job getting all that stuff in there. Just build a limited print of those wheels. That's just not really how it works. It's like you set up for production and you run production, and they need to run production. Otherwise you're taking, it's like setup and proofing and things like that. It's just, you don't just set up and run like a limited thing. It's not worth the time. You can get the tool from Locked Up still, I reckon. I imagine so. I don't know if I'll need to take them off. So, we shall see. We shall see. I doubt the Vanquish one works, because these look way small. The Vanquish scale hardware, it does fit. It does fit. I can use the Vanquish one. Whoop, whoop. I'm not going to take them all out right now, but maybe I will later. It's loose, but I think that I can get them out. And then I can replace it with some of the Vanquish stuff that's a little bit larger size and I like the look of a little bit better. But yeah, it's enough that I can spin it on there. Oh, no. I think I was just lucky enough that one was a little loose. We'll see. We shall see. A project for another time. Don't you think? I think. Scott O'Blander. Thank you, sir. Bought an SCX24, then had to get Vanquish standard drivers. Yeah, because you need that 050 driver, right? I know. I don't remember. Can you get the Proline KR2s anymore? I don't think that you can. They weren't the best performing tire. But, if you wanted that Baja look, that was the thing. Things keep on thangin'. So, there we go. That big ass box can now get out of here. I'll use it as a trash box for the rest of the evening. But KR2 on a mill. A-main, do you mean? Are they these? They came on the Bomber. No, these are 1.9s. The Bomber has possibly KR2. These are the Proline 1.9 KR2, which I don't know if you can get anymore. Would look great with that bug body. Ooh, that's an interesting idea. I had that bug body up here yesterday, kind of looking and playing around with it. Actually, what I should just do is mount these wheels onto this, just so that it's all out of my face. Pretty sure we can put that stuff to the side, likely pitch most of the rear bumper. I'm just going to put these wheels on here so that, like I said, I can just, it's one less pile of shit to move around because this room is full of it. But kind of some interesting pieces of old school axial history on here. I don't know what I'll be doing with this SCX yet. Like, there's some parts that are nice on here, but the old SCXs aren't worth a ton. And I spent a little bit to get this box of stuff. So my goal would be to recoup it. I have that tool. Thanks, Tony. That will be helpful. If that room is full of, is it? That include? Depends on the day. Sometimes I would totally agree with you. But yeah, that's a decent little box of parts that we came into. I think that is. Curtis, did you mean to do that? What just happened? We're going to do this whole rest of this episode on four-wheel steering a Wraith now. Yeah. I got to be a fat finger, right? Right. Then he message retracted. It's pesos. That is not pesos, I don't think. That is not. It is showing up. There's got something has to have happened there. I don't know what to do with the rest of my show right now. What just happened? No, sorry. I had Curtis, I'm not sure what to do. I don't have a refund button if that wasn't the maybe you can get a hold of YouTube. I don't know what to do. Well, that's fun. Totally my bad. Dude, that I don't know what to do for you. I don't know how to help you. I don't have the keys to that part of the website. Well, either way, yeah, take your shirt off. That's it was a fat finger issue. Oh my God. I feel terrible and I don't know how. Email YouTube. Stat. Pronto. Do I have the... No, I can't do anything. I can click on it and figure it out. Venmo him back. YouTube takes a portion of all of that. I don't even have the ability to do that. Please email YouTube immediately. I don't know what to do. Yes, that part is probably, YouTube probably takes a third of it. Exactly. I don't... yeah. Top chat $5. Maybe it still says top chat $5. Maybe it won't go through. Maybe that's the case. Either way, regardless, hopefully you get that taken care of. But is it worth it to four-wheel steer a bomber? Which was your question that you retracted. It's not. If you like the style so much, then it can be. I would recommend doing non-trailing arms in the rear, swap out to regular links. I would run like a Wraith link set, and you are going to have to do some trimming of the cage. You can get it refunded. Nate 138 said it. So there you go. That would probably be worth it. It's a prince that now needs you to wire him $2,000 for a 20% return. Curtis wants the utility bed. Dude, I hope you get that taken care of. I'm not trying to keep anybody's money who did not intend to give it. I just don't know what to do. Email me and I can see if I can help. I don't know. Well, that is a fun start to the evening. So, I think I missed another one in there. Why is it not showing up? I'm pretty sure that I saw one from... Yes, Brian G. Sherwood. Are you going to take the wheels off when you sell me the SCX-10? Brian, you specifically messaged me and said that you couldn't buy the SCX-10 because you bought another boat, and your wife would not allow you to do such a thing because you have too many boats now. You told me, sir. I read those emails every time. Can we see the bug body on that truck? Sure. We can do that before I start working on the other thing. There's one of the other body posts. Must have flung that out. Not worried. Dude, message me. Still shoot me an email or something, and I will do something for you. So, this is the bug body in question. Now, it doesn't fit properly over the front of the chassis. It would need to be cut short. But we can do the old school trick where you just flip it over. I think they're too big. I think it needs smaller tires. Don't you guys? Like, it needs 419s, which I'm saying that. I mean, it's a great big body, but it's not like it's going to be a super capable body. But I think that, is that an SCX-10 deadbolt wheelbase? That's also a fantastic question. I don't even know what the wheelbase is. You are correct. It is a 12-inch wheelbase. I didn't even think. But ripsaws, that could be a thing. It's just those tires are too big. Like, they're the right style. I totally agree. But it's kind of, it's got a wide, I think actually an SCX, like this stance is about right. But I really think that it needs a 425, 419. Sue is here yelling at me, "Don't you dare!" Oh, I know it. I know it well. Nicole is out of town. And I was in here late last night. And God, what did I... This looks great. Let's get on to my ridiculous... Brought to you by Curtis Knudsen. Yes. Either way, you better email me still. Because figure something out. You need something, I'm sure of it. And I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know what to do with my hands. Let's bolt some parts on a truck. Isn't there a 4.365? Is there? Smaller tires and a hard body? Who are you and what have you done? It's a carbon fiber hard body, though. So I feel like I get a pass because of that. You know, like, that seems like it's reasonable, doesn't it? Full titanium cage. I think that's needed. Where did you get that body from and how much was it? I got this body from a maker in the Philippines, and where's my phone? I messaged him, and he sent me his info on how people should get a hold of him. What is his name? Dang it. I don't use my Facebook Messenger that often. Oh no. I don't use my Facebook Messenger that often, but it's full of messages I've never read, and I have to try and find the one from the last time I actually did message him. There it is. So, if you want these, like I said, I get them from the guy in the Philippines. Now, the cost of these bodies is not that bad. But shipping is awful because it's from the Philippines. So the shipping cost on these bodies, I paid $265. That was for 4 bodies. So I got 3 and Matt bought 1. So I bought these 3 carbon fiber bodies. So this is the cliffhanger, which he calls like mountain climber. Can I DM you on Instagram? Yes, you can. Absolutely. So I got the cliffhanger, this bug body, which is large, you know, it's very big. And I got a power wagon cab. So cab only. Now, these are thick. These are a lot thicker than my competition, the one that I use at Scale Nationals. But the cost of each of these was, go through, let me find, okay. The cliffhanger body was $150. The power wagon is $120. And the VW was $145. So it was $560 for the 4 bodies because there was 2 of these. And then I had to pay $265 for shipping. So that was a total of what was the total? $825. Pricing like $140 or whatever for a power wagon cab isn't that bad when a Lexan version of this is like $70. So that's what I mean by not that bad. It's still expensive, but it's wildly unique, you know? Now, if you are interested and you understand the costs of what all of that just came to be. Sorry, I hit the button on this. He said you can email him at Alexander Verzo, Verzo, the number 7 at Gmail. So I'm not going to repeat that too many times. If you really want it, rewind, write that down. Not trying to blow up. I asked specifically. I said, if people want to get a hold of you, I don't want to put like your info out there without that. He said, you can have them email me at that email address. If you need it, again, shoot me an instant message on Instagram or Facebook. My Harley Designs page, not my personal page. I don't check that. And I'll get it. But it's all relative. I mean, that freaking Blazer hard body is over $200, so it was more expensive than any of these. Granted, it has, you know, other things to them. So there you go. That is the exact costs of these. I even put my name on a little piece of masking tape. That's how you know it's personal. So now, I don't have projects in mind for them yet. He have other styles. He's working on some other styles, but I don't remember what they are. So they look well made. They are well made. They're actually just, I mean, they're. I don't suggest these if you're trying to be like super competitive. If you want them for what they are, a cool carbon fiber, true carbon fiber body, that's great. The reason that these are heavy is that he made them to the rules that he understood through Sorka of them having to be a certain thickness, which only says that it needs to be that for vacuum formed bodies. So technically they didn't need to be that thick. Like this says right here, 257 grams. So if you know grams, that's heavy. So, but it's cool. And that's why I have it. Thick boys. Exactly. But there you go. So, I'd always said I got him from the Philippines, and I never gave the guy's info. It was because I was like, all I had was his personal information, because he's in one of the carbon fiber fabricator Facebook groups that I'm in, and that's where I had found him. Half a pound. It's exact, yeah. So, it's not light. Questions? Good. Glad. Oh, and I just saw that I got a text from Neil, who I got these from. Evidently, there's also a BEC inside of the old school style receiver box. There you go. Yeah. So, whoa, where did you get the Farbenkyber? Wait, FC, what is FCPW? I said Farbenkyber because that's what I would always say. But if you need to know that information, mark down this timestamp and go back about a minute, and I go through that. What else are we supposed to do? We're supposed to work on a truck. Farbenkyber Power Wagon. So, there we go. Now, let's put some parts on. Oh yeah, we're going to build shocks first. Do you have a resource for printed Baja Bug engines? I do not, Travis Tracy. We need to build links. We need to build shocks. Two things. Dos items. If I was going to do it, the first place I would look would be Knight Customs, because I know he did. But say you will work on a truck. Don't be me. Okay. Make one. I could, but that's a lot of work for something that's already available. Whatever happened to my Rift? My main Rift, the one that you guys saw like in the videos, is in a million pieces at the office because it's what we used for development. And then I bought that kit version that I assembled on a Friday Night Live, and it's in my garage. It's in my garage in basically exactly the same state that it ended on that night. Trike engine install on live. I need the trike chassis first. I did get my custom rear axle shaft yesterday. So that was a thing. That was nice. So we're gonna get our green slime out, and I guess we should put on some E-clips. Do you think about the speed and time No Prep RC are going at? What do you think? I think that it's the craziest thing I've ever seen. So a couple of the guys at Vanquish are big into the no prep stuff. I mean, that's all they think about all day. Bob Tarvin and Dan Wilson, I swear, it's all they do. And the fact that these guys are doing in the 80s now at like 1.7s is unfreaking imaginable. But I also am a bit of a pessimist, and I'm just like, man, and no prep has gone so fast, so quick which it's like you can't stop people. Like when it's all about going as fast as possible, people are gonna do whatever they got to do. But it's like, man, talk about an intimidating segment of the hobby to try and get into. But if you're in for the challenge, man, what a world that no prep stuff is. So crazy to see how fast they are. 12-horse Briggs sitting on a pressure washer is ready for the trike. I already bought my motor, Tony. I got it on the Labor Day, or was it Labor Day? Sorry, it was Memorial Day. The Memorial Day sale. I'm impressed with how fast the DR10M is running. Oh, I didn't see how fast it was running yet, Ben. I guess I haven't seen anything on that. That's interesting. What did I just do with that? Did I just throw that bag away? Dang it. I threw the shock pistons away and I think I just watched them fall down into the bag. God damn it. Oh, into that enormous box. Am I ever going to find them? Why didn't I grab machined pistons? Oh no. No. Wow, this episode really is about what's in the box. God. And they're white, and this is white paper. I'm not doing it for dramatization. I would just end the stream right now if... This isn't going to be interesting at all. I'm sorry, but... Oh, man. And this paper is sticky. This is vinyl printer, like for wrap, you know. And it's like slight. I feel like they're probably just stuck to it. Well, there's a few times where I've done things where I've realized I'm an idiot. And one of them was thinking that the shock pistons weren't on the parts tree. Because indeed they are. I didn't throw them away, and I'm thinking of the other shocks. So I both freaked myself out, made myself mad, and was wrong. I think I'm still flustered. Curtis just flustered me. He fat-fingered his keyboard, donated way too much money, and just threw off my whole just threw me off. And you work for this company. I know. But I am the first to admit fault. When I'm wrong, even if I'm not sure that I'm wrong, but I possibly could have been wrong, I'm like, I did it. It's probably my fault. Like, whatever. Curtis gets to ride the trike first. Yes. He gets a personal tour of the Vanquish factory, and then he gets to ride the trike first. All right, little green slime on the threads. Push it through that. You're always wrong. Ask Nicole. So that's the... Nicole and I both. We're just both we're both just like, yeah, it's probably my fault. I probably did it. Like, whatever. We're both not very, like, I'm sure all of you know, and I'm sure some of you are the people that are just like I didn't do it. Wasn't me. Like, no matter what. It's just immediately deny, which is kind of like there was, what was the, Curtis's daddy now. What the fuck? There was a saying my dad always said when I was growing up, which is where a lot of the weird things that you guys hear me say came from. Like, just weird sayings I grew up with. But it was like, something along the lines of like, don't say shit even if if the steeple is hanging out your ass. Like, which is something about like if you stole the church and you had the steeple hanging out, like, still deny it. Like, I don't know. I don't remember the saying exactly. Obviously, it wasn't something that super stuck. I just remember hearing it. Good story. Cool story, Josh. I always take ownership of my screw-ups. It's good. It's a good trait to have. Like, I swear, like, sometimes I'm just like, it could have been me. Could have been, so I'll take it. There's a good chance that I screwed up. Because I screw up. When you do so many things, you're going to screw. There's the joke. Yeah. Most times, it was me. So, top caps. Let's throw the lower rod ends on. We need the lower spring collars off here. Is Curtis the new owner of the Flex Seal truck? What? I'm accepting that it had that comment moderated. It's from Isaac. It says, "We aren't here to F spiders." That's an Aussie saying. I don't know what it means, but that's an amazing saying. What's the point that it's trying to convey, though? Oh, cool flush. God damn it. You're right. I just bought the most expensive flush cutters I've ever owned. And I grabbed shitty Lexan scissors. Courtesy is now a majority shareholder in HD Inc. Do you guys remember? It was a live stream takeover. And it was Matt and I, and RC Sparks jumped on Matt's and donated $400. Like that. And we were both shocked. I was shocked for Matt because it's shocking to see that type of thing. And then there was a guy from Alaska who just did it on mine. Didn't say anything. I'd never seen him really comment before. He just did it. Didn't like really say any. Didn't leave a comment with it. You missed a super chat. Oh, I did. From Blind Guy and Eric Baker. I need to see both. And I emailed him afterwards, and he never responded to my email. It's like, okay. It's derived from the saying ant effort. Well, like, Blind Guy RC, I missed yours. Cool to see an OG SCX10. 90mm shocks on the Phoenix. You can do 90s on there. It's still reasonable. The 80s that are on there have pretty good travel still. So you're going to gain that height, but the travel, you're not going to gain 10mm of travel. So just, consider it. The extra height that you're adding. I would definitely want to make sure that I offset with a little bit of weight down low to make sure. So when you change the name of the channel to Curtis Designs? Oh, man. Eric Baker was the other one that I missed. Josh, any suggestions for body mounts? My stock SCX-102 body posts don't line up with the pre-cut holes in the VS410 Pro body. My stock SCX-102 Eric, there is also a legacy body post set that Axial has that like offset them. It was for the Honcho specifically, but I don't know if that's the same spacing either. So I don't have a good answer for you on that, unfortunately. Let's see. So that's not starting. I'm willing. Let's see. I'm willing to make a good old boy deal. Hey, we'll figure it out. Look, I'm cool with 2 sets of rims. You can keep the rest. We can figure something out there. We'll make it work. Okay, so that's the fun part. Let's throw our shock collars on. I ran my Phoenix in Class 3 K&K with the weighted wheels. It was my first comp, but used the 80mm stock shocks and did awesome other than it broke 2 teeth on the idler. Bummer. But still glad that it did well. What did I miss, Gene? Started back to work this week. We had a box of mystery parts, some old school SCX-1 stuff, Tyler. You would appreciate it. I made some mistakes. A guy named Curtis donated way too much money by accident. And you've just about been caught up. There is your 15-second recap on the 1 hour and 9 minutes we've been going. Wrap the plier end in cloth. They're shock pliers. You don't need to. Why would you do that? They're aluminum shock pliers. That's a pricey oops. I agree. Okay. So, let's do some... We're going to do some lighter oil. I'm going to go with 30 weight in these because it's a slow truck. I'm going to go 40 weight. 40 weight. So, we got our cap there. Go to that line. Do our initial bleed. What is Harley Design stock? What is Harley Design stock up to now? It's still privately held. Josh, with the chassis roll at Axial Fest, I should still be able to run my RCP Recluse chassis? Yes, as long as it has Axial style axles and a Axial style transmission. Yes, you should. Okay, so now we've got the machined caps that we're putting on. Got the O-ring in there. I need to grab a shop rag. Josh, do you ever use heavier shock oil in the back shocks? Not normally. Normally I'm pretty consistent. Sometimes I even run lighter in the rear. depending. But it kind of depends on shock angle and the truck, the weights, the bias, all that kind of stuff. It was real close on that one. So my capper with Wendigo axles is not allowed. It is not allowed for a lot of reasons, but no, it is not. Is the element transaxial style since it shares the same footprint? Nope, it is not. Your stealth transmission will not be allowed. Okay. Assemble that. Josh, you need a bib, not a claw. Nice. Nice and smooth. Okay. Are Losi Mini T shocks a good upgrade for TRX4 shocks on my comp build? No. No, they're not. Some people run Losi Mini T springs on Traxxas shocks, but no, Mini T shocks would not be. There we go. Josh has been watching F1. Look at that hair. Keep sponsor. My hair is getting long, but I do like it. Just, it's been so long since I didn't wear a hat on this channel. I used to not wear a hat a lot. And I used to wear my glasses a lot. I think Josh greases his hair with shock oil. It's just naturally shiny. I have really good hair. It makes people jealous. Also why I've married 2 hairdressers. Not at the same time. Put your hat back on. Cover your shave. Okay. Yes, naturally shocking. My family, the losing their hair does not fall in my family. It's just not something that I've really had to worry about all that much. My grandfather which is whose hair that I have, it's very clear that I have. He had a full head of hair into his late 90s when he passed. So, married twice, didn't know that. Yep. Had a trainer wife, as we've called her. Don't regret it for a second. Learned so many things. And how I found Nicole. So, obviously, a great life decision. It's your Greek heritage, Josh. I don't think I have any Greek in me. All right. Finally using those new fancy flush cutters I bought. Do you consider yourself trained then? I mean, poorly. Nicole's not a very good trainer. All right. Man, I need new scissors, I think. $2. Thank you, sir. Just bought the Holmes Hobbies 1800 kV 10 pole ESC. Options for 4S. Let's see. Copperhead would be like I think a common one that Mr. Holmes would suggest. Holmes came out with a video on that new 10 pole today, actually, that I was watching. And I think for censored 4S operation, he was saying that one would be. You could also go with that is it Sidewinder Mamba Micro X2, and it's 4S capable, but it's pretty small, so you have to be careful, make sure you didn't build too much heat and that kind of thing. So you'd be safest probably with the Copperhead. Um, 1800 is the sensorless, isn't it? I thought that he had the 10 shooter censored, but I don't remember. Was it the 2700 that he came with that was censored now? Can't remember. I was gonna buy the Crawlmaster V2, but he never mentions that. If it's, yeah, I don't know. The Crawlmaster V2 is a, I don't know that that's the right choice for that one. I don't know. I've got, I think, a 10 pole on the way. 2700 are censored, 1800s are censorless. Okay, so interesting. Then it seems like that one might have, the Crawlmaster V2 might have been a good choice, but it's a really good question. I know that he used to run the Sidewinders a lot with the sensorless stuff. So, Whisk Tool Shears Pro Ultra. I don't know what that means. What do you... remote control means why? Wait, what? Doesn't remote control just mean remotely controlling it from, it doesn't necessarily imply the method? Holmes used the V2 with it to sensorless 10 poles. Interesting. I wonder if that was what he was talking about, just being in the new video today was only about the censored ones. I don't know that. Makes me wonder. Things that I didn't think about as much. Your TV uses a remote. See, exactly. Come on. Get on there. Okay. There we go. I'm going to struggle with the Eclipse on the last shock shaft. Watch. Because for some reason I can't line it up. Okay, did I get it? There, it's on it. So far, so good. All right. TV remotes are hard to well, yes, but so our remotes on for our radio, for our transmitters were initially wired too, but now they're not. So we could still technically use that same logic and say remote. It's a very weird technicality to argue. Okay, there we go. Put this last one on, and we're going to be done with shocks pretty quickly. Be nice to get these stock SCX ones off. Best mid-price builder's kit. Mid-price. What is a mid-price builder's kit? I mean, is like the $300 range a mid-price? Josh, isn't that the Crawlmaster V2 ESC in the Welder? No, it is the V1, the OG. It was like, he came out with the V2, and I was just like, I should probably use those V1s that I have. Oh, splooged a little on the side. So, ooh, shoot. I know what I need. I need to put the O-rings on these caps so I can install them. I should have probably grabbed one of my shock stands, but okay, there's that. Let's see. Kind of only two. Yeah, I mean, I guess the only two I can think of as far as like what I would consider mid-priced would be the SCX 10.2 Builder's Kit and the Element. It's really all I can think of. And if I was choosing between them, the shocks are really good on the Element, but that's really the only part of it that I'm like, I don't care for their chassis all that much. I put the O-ring on there? I don't remember. Yes, I did. Like the axles, I just don't love. They're just not as strong gear-wise and all that. Yeah. Josh, tell us your favorite joke. I've told you guys my favorite joke before. It was about the... Got any corn? It's still my favorite joke. It's still an inside... Still a running joke in my family. The Element seems to blow diffs a lot. It does. Yeah, the gears are not good. Unfortunately, they are not good. Both the gear design and the bearing size, the housing rigidity, they're just not that solid of a gear. So it is very easy to blow the diffs. And there's not really a great fix. That's the joke. Oh, I gotta... Okay, clean up there. Factory team disc for the Element. Yeah, not a thing. Does ketchup belong on hot dogs? Absolutely. I'm a big fan of just about everything on hot dogs. Ketchup, mustard, relish, not mayonnaise, chili. There's just jalapenos. That's one of the best ones. Bubblegum. Blah. Come on, that should have been. I've built so many of these shocks. Mustard, yes. Ranch and barbecue sauce, not a big ring. Goose poop on hot dogs. Goose poop is fantastic. Are you from the Lake of the Ozarks? Okay, we're going to need to... I didn't put the lower capture screw in any of these. Need to do that. Mayonnaise, try it, man. I don't know. How about slaw on hot dogs? I could absolutely go for that. That doesn't offend me at all. Have a hot dog with your hot dog. Have you seen the twin hot dog in the bun? I'm saying. Mango flavored Pepsi. I had it yesterday. It was amazing. If you guys didn't see that in my story, if you see the mango Pepsi in your local convenience store, C-store for short, then just saying, it's worth it. What's goose poop? It's a goose poop is like it's like a spicy relish salsa type thing, and it's fantastic. I think I might have some in the refrigerator. A West Virginia dog is slaw, chili, mustard, and onions. Totally fine with that. If someone handed me that, I wouldn't question it or look for anything extra at all. Pepsi is disgusting enough. Why would you need to make it nastier? Pepsi is far superior to Coke. Hands down. Diet Coke is better than Diet Pepsi. I'll say that, though. All right. One last. Green chili. Yes, green chili is fantastic. We call two dogs in the same bun a double barrel. Never heard of goose poop. I'm telling you, my in-laws buy it for me in the Lake of the Ozarks. I don't know who makes it, where it came from beyond that. I've never bought it myself. But it's fantastic. Okay, there we go. Get the last seal put on here. Make sure that's on. Extension. Coke is way better than Pepsi. False. It's actually factually incorrect and offensive to say that. It was scientifically proven in 2019 by the Wall Street Journal and the Mayo Clinic that Pepsi is better. Pepsi is what? Goose poop on eggs. Yeah, that would be good still. Absolutely. I've been trying all of the there's new Mountain Dew flavors? Didn't know that. Son of a biscuit. Forgot to put the shock collar on. Nobody ever asked for a Jack and Pepsi. Fact. Well played. Well played. Mango Pepsi seems like a hipster thing Matt would drink. No, I think Matt is too hipster to drink soda at all. I'm fully aware that soda is bad for you. You shouldn't drink it and all that while I sit, but I do it because it's delicious. I'm just saying. I'm not too good for it. I have learned all of my bad habits and still apply them. I know what I'm doing is wrong. I'm adult enough to say that. Goose poop on Pepsi. What shocks are you building? These are the Incision S8E shocks. The ones that come on the new Phoenix. These are the 90 millimeters. I truly love these shocks. Suki is being quite a pain in the butt because Nicole is, like I said at the beginning, Nicole is in Wyoming. So I am the only one to give attention, and she demands a lot of it. I try to ignore her. It's so hard. Because the wheel is right outside the door to the studio, and she runs on the wheel for attention. So then she gets off and she peeks her head around my door and just does this until I pay attention to her. How is the flaming hot Mountain Dew? Is that a thing? I swear you said suck it to your cat. I didn't. Nicole and I both call her Sukipotamus. I don't know why. But I started to say it and I stopped myself because I'm like, that's inappropriate to say on a live stream. But nonetheless, here we are. So, there we go. I'm gonna have to send you Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew. Yes, I like Flamin' Hot Cheetos. They're probably available here. I don't really go into stores that often. I was in one yesterday because I was going to the stereo shop, and he was getting a haircut, and I was just like, I'll pop in. I was like, I'll just go grab something to drink quick beforehand. Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew is trash. Don't drink that. Okay. She wants you to watch her run on the wheel. It's exactly what she wants. You just have to ignore her. You just have to... Inappropriate compared to the lot lizard and nursing home streams? Those were towards the end of the stream. I try and keep it classy for the first part. And then everything goes to hell. Okay. We've got... There she is again. We're going to... I'm working on one of these shocks right now. I think I lost the O-ring. Any temperature solutions to get me by for an event tomorrow? Put a little bit of Teflon tape around the threads. Like a little tiny bit. Let's watch her. I can't... The camera, it's like outside my... It's on the back side of that wall that's right there. So I don't have line of sight to give you. So... Excuse me. We need to build links. We're going to use the tools that I use every time and get the questions every time. It's okay. Fully ready for it. What about all the 3D dicks live? So if you don't know what that comment is about, I printed Nicole... How many did I print her? 48 plus 16. Whatever that is. 58, 60... what did I say? 58, 16. So 64. I printed her 64 1-inch tall little phallics in a silk purple filament to take to her friend's house so she could hide them all around her house. And Nicole got there yesterday. She flew in yesterday. Yes. She flew in yesterday. And, no, Wednesday. Yeah, that's right. She flew in Wednesday, but then yesterday, her friend had to work in the morning. So when she went to work, Nicole hid almost all of them all over her house. She said so far she has found 2 of them. Nicole also this morning sent me a photo at like 6-something a.m. And she was doing paddleboard yoga. So they all go out into the lake on these paddleboards and do yoga. And Nicole fell in. Fully clothed, 6 a.m., quite chilly. Serves her right. Nicole has the balance of a drunk newborn baby horse. You can tell her I said that. So we're gonna pop our rod ends in. And then what are the white spacers for in the shock kit? The tiny white spacer, this one, that guy, that is the gasket for the bleeder screw. Drunken pack mule. Paddle yoga? Yeah, something like that, whatever they call it. It's a thing. The friend that she's going up there to, is it needed? Yes. Otherwise, I mean, it's the ceiling surface. I highly suggest it. I mean, I guess it's not 100% needed, but I definitely would suggest it. The friend that she goes up there to visit, that's she owns a yoga studio. Those are for dropping in the box. No, wrong one. Show me a shock that's together. One of these? Don't install it. It'll save weight. Be a man. Don't use all the parts. Be a man. So, I hear hot yoga is pretty intense. I absolutely... Nicole refuses to do hot yoga. I totally understand. I think she does have a hot yoga class up there, but I'm interested in a set for my SCX3 Gladiator. I can't remember what length. I felt like that... No, that used a 90 mil. You'd be good. Much shock. Very compressed. I've done hot yoga, good stuff. I'm all up for regular yoga, but genuinely curious, are YouTube live streams monetized? Yes, they are. Not like a regular video, because like in a regular video, it's about ads, and there's not ads when you watch these live. And I usually go back and try and take all the ads out during the live streams after the fact, because YouTube automatically puts them in there. And the problem is that they put them in like every 2 minutes on like a 4-hour live stream, 3-hour, whatever I normally do. So it's way too many. So I usually go turn them off. But the main, I enjoy the live streams for the interaction, but also like the super chat stuff is really like the big reason to do live streams, because I can do a 3-hour live stream and it'll do about what a normal video can do or so, based on super chat most of the time. That's like why STL Sunday, which doesn't make anything. It was just like I enjoyed it, but it never was the effort that I was spending on it for the channel never really never made a benefit to the channel as far as like growth really wasn't that good, and it just didn't. So while I enjoyed it, I'm like, I can enjoy drawing on my own. YouTube Premium gang, where you at? It's the best thing you can ever do. Buy YouTube Premium. I love it. It makes YouTube a whole different experience. It's the best thing ever. Or just one super chat sometimes. That's a lot more than most videos ever make. So, what are we building tonight? We are putting some upgrades on my scattergun. That all squared. We had a mystery box of part, not totally mystery, but mystery enough. And yeah, we showed all of the stuff that I got in said box. Premium is a life changer. It really is. It's just so much better. Also because the fact, like, I don't know if any of you do, but I will turn on a video while I'm in the car, and I'll just have it on for audio. But the nice thing is you can play it in the background then. You don't have to have your phone on. Like, I enjoy it. There's a lot of videos I like just listening to. I'm good with it. Remember when Ben and the other... it was BT and Ben is when they went ridiculous. It was a ridiculous... Nicole didn't know what to do with herself. YouTube Premium is better than Netflix. I agree. You mean like a podcast? But yeah, pretty much. But it's just like the regular videos I watch. Like, can be a Linus Tech Tips video, which would normally be about the visuals, but I can just listen to it. And it's just... I don't know. And you don't have to keep waiting to hit skip ad every 3 minutes. Yeah, it's just everything about it. And you're not taking away from ad revenue from creators by using like ad blockers. It's just it's totally worth it. So I'm all for it. There we go. So this is going to be replacing the plastic link sets that come on his. Listen to Holmes Hobbies YouTube when I work on my RC. Yeah, like you can listen to Holmes and you can pick up a lot without having to see what he's showing you. It's just a lot of that stuff is all about the audio. What oil do you use in your shocks? It depends on the truck. This truck's really light, so I used 40 weight. It really just depends on the shocks. I usually play music from concerts. See, I'm not a big music person. I do like music when I'm working like in the welding or things like that. I can do music then, but I'm just not like a huge music person in general. I'm also not a super coordinated person. Fling. He uses Pepsi for shock oil. Go. On Thursdays, I download the Wednesdays live vids and listen to them as I watch full live YouTube. Oh, as I can't watch full. Perfect. Oh shit! I realized I caught this live for the first time. Well, there you go. Says the guy with the Gately shirt on a Gately box. You know what's funny? Yeah. So like, I don't listen to music a lot, but I do have an overly obnoxious stereo in the Jeep. And so, yeah, it's weird. But lots of times, like this morning, I think it was, I was driving to work and I had the last Cletus video on from Drag Week. And it was funny because my the subs in the Jeep were like, it was like listening to his motor sounds while I was driving down the road, and it just made the Jeep sound like I had a V8. I'm like, it's like I got a sound kit, because they were vibrating the inside of the truck. Yeah, I don't do it all the time, but when I do, exactly, Ben. It's exactly right. That TGH link tool is a lifesaver. Wish I bought one sooner. And telling you what, if you're someone who finds yourself just too often building links and being like, I don't like it, then buy one of these. Wait, you guys like music? I also like music. What was the videos that I was watching today? Like, the ones I was watching, honestly, they were kind of they're kind of a bummer, but not like they're good, but in a, like, kind of a morbid way. And it's that of Adventures with Purpose. Have you guys ever seen that? They're a freelance, like, what would you call them? Like, search and recovery, like, and it's about, like, they go scuba diving in places looking for, missing people, missing cars and things like that. Missing cars that have, possibly missing people. And it's a little morbid, but it's I don't know how would you describe it? Like, for people who have watched it, it's like kind of uplifting, but like, I don't know. It's really hard to explain it, or why I watch it, but need to watch Whistling Diesel's new video. I saw that one pop up, like the anvil testing. I don't watch all of his videos because I am one of the ones I'm like, kind of like, this somewhat is like, I don't get it. Why are you But I do watch a handful of them. They do it for all the right reasons. That's about the diver people. And that's true. They do. And they're good storytellers, and they have really good videography. It's it's just, they're long videos. They're 45 minutes to an hour and a half. It's, yeah. So, you know, if you want something very different, it's interesting. Kicker is going to have Bobby Gately on the live feed next Tuesday. Yeah. I was at Gately yesterday talking to Bobby, and he's headed to Slamology this weekend, which is in Indianapolis. It's like a huge show, and, you know, car audio going on and all that kind of stuff. I was over there yesterday helping him design some sub stuff, and talking about, yeah, I didn't know that Kicker was out of Oklahoma. Totally didn't know it. So, okay, links are built, shocks are built. So we need to disassemble the front axle so I can put the axle shafts in, put the knuckles on. And links, shocks, etc. Stillwater, Oklahoma. Yeah, I didn't know that. Like, I've been to Stillwater. So. Now, put the wheels to the side. I got 412s in the trunk of my 76 Cutlass Supreme. Oh, yes. Is it a 2-door or a 4-door Cutlass, T-Ham? And do you want to sell it? I'm a fan of loud pipes. I know it. See, I'm more on that, Phoenix. But I miss my motorcycle too much, and you're not helping. Can you get an SCX Stage 1 kit anywhere anymore? I mean, I think we have a bunch of them. Pretty sure they are still widely available. Because we made plenty of them, and obviously the demand has quite slowed. Stillwater Design is the parent company of Kicker, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, that's what Bobby told me. Because I was just like, oh. Well, he told me this yesterday. Like, yeah, they're out of Oklahoma. I was like, I had no idea. He told, I can't remember what he said. I've never seen the show that he was talking about. 2 DC Audio 8s on 1200 watts in the trunk of my Audi. So I'm, Bobby had called me the other day, and he was like, hey, he wanted to know if I would be okay. He wants to take the 2 6.5. So I have 2 6.5 inch subs, the Gately subs in my Jeep underneath the back seat of the Gladiator, in a box and on 1500 watts. And he's like, hey, we want to do a seat lift in the Gladiator and go to 2 8s on 1500 or 2000 watts. He's like, do you want to, he's like, he just wanted to try it out. So he's like, can we take your stuff out and just put that in? I'm like, I don't care. I was thinking about deleting the rear seat entirely, so it doesn't bother me. So I have Bluetooth in my motorcycle helmet. See? I remember when I crashed, when I got hit on my Hayabusa, and I had my music playing in my ear, but it wasn't Bluetooth. It was my wired headphones that were in my ear. And I remember I was literally laying on the sidewalk whenever I came to. And the first thing I thought of when I remember coming back to is I was like, my music isn't playing. Did I break my iPhone? That was what I thought as I was laid out on the sidewalk after being hit by a van head on. It's like, I broke my iPhone. Turns out it just unplugged the wired headphone. My iPhone was fine. And I started videoing immediately then. See, it was all about the videography. What's up, Matt? Not good videography now that Matt's here, of course. Not the phone. Yeah, exactly. I was like, no, I broke my iPhone. When you're listening to Stairway Heaven and then you get hit. No, it was probably something like My Humps or something stupid like that. Do you say, oh, no, I do not. I don't think so. Isn't that like a Wisconsin thing? Like somewhere up there? Oh, we got 2 transfer bearings and put new knuckles in. The long throw 6.5s and 8s these days are friggin' awesome. The DCs I have nearly 2 inches of travel. The 6.5s that I have in my Jeep are wild. It's like, I mean, it will vibrate the windshield wipers clean off the body. Just brrr. It's silly. But I think the 2.8s, I think that they'll have a deeper, they'll have the ability to go deeper, which that's what that's the reason that I want to go to. The frequency response of the 8s will hit a lower frequency, is what I want to say. That is what I think. That is how I should have phrased it. I say ope and fur. What's that fur? It's a Midwest thing? It must not be a Nebraska thing. But Adam, you're from South Dakota, right? So I don't know. Ope is such an up north thing. Okay, that's what I thought. And South Dakota's pretty north, so 10s all the way. See, I don't have airspace for 10s, even with a seat lift. So the 8s go deep then. Building the Phoenix as we speak. Nice. I say ope all the time, but I live in Minnesota for 8 years. See, that you're good then. You have an excuse. You can say ope without being with it. You know, you have an excuse. Which is what I said. All these upgrades for one-piece axle. I know. I should just grab some rock jocks or something. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe you'll see that in one of these upcoming weeks. Hey man, Josh has to go on a date with a dude. I owe Curtis a date. I have to buy him dinner and everything. We use oof around here. I use that more in text, like oof. Like that's. I've also got an 18-inch and a full Marty in my house. Do you guys remember the 18-inch? What was it? The Strokers, right? Sherwin Vega Strokers. They looked like a giant, like the spider of a speaker. Ope is definitely an Ohio thing, huh? Ope and oaf are not the same. That's what. Yeah, exactly. It's the size of a small refrigerator. You betcha, don't you know? Ope, you betcha, don't you know? I only know that from How I Met Your Mother. Well, at least Josh's date will drink bubbly, refrigerated, not at room temperature. I will tell. The beer was cold. 18-inch kicker solo barracks. Oh, I remember when the solo barracks came out. That was like a big deal. Like square subwoofers. What is this? 2 8-inch strokers boxes. Huh? Adjustable pitch piston on the Vega. I do not remember that. I never owned one of them. They were kind of cool before I was into it. Nope, that's the wrong driver. I remember my first like decent subs were MTX Thunder 2000s maybe, which was a low end version. And I think I had a single 12-inch MTX Thunder on a Punch 65, which if you guys remember those amps, they were like those wildly underrated amps. I think it was still like 300 watts RMS or something like that, but it was rated at like 65 watts. I had 2 Stroker 15s years ago. Oof. Wait, did you just... Oh, I don't think so. I had 2 JL10s in my extended cab truck. Nice. Memphis Audio Class D. I had a 1000D from Memphis at one point in my 02 TJ. So, Memphis was who sponsored our comp truck back in the day, our stereo comp truck. I worked at a place in Omaha called In Phase Car Audio. The owner was Dave Erie. Dave was a good dude. I worked for him when I was in college. It was a super fun job. I didn't make shit for money. Probably because I was a bad salesman. Just didn't. But he was a good dude. And I worked with a bunch of good guys. Let's see, there was Kevin Banaszak. He had a Mark III Supra. It was like a 10-second Supra, which in the day, it was like one of the fastest cars in Omaha, which at the day was something, because that's where 1320 came from. It was right when 1320 was really starting to be a thing, and he knew Kyle from 1320, and it was kind of funny to kind of come up, and I wasn't in the street racing scene really, but it was still like I knew all those guys. Didn't know them personally, but I was like around them. And it's just kind of crazy to see like what it became now. Bazooka. Oh God, what were those things called? Were they bazooka tubes? Wasn't that what those things were called? You could buy. I never had one. I had gone right to regular boxes. See, and that's why I enjoyed putting subs back in this Gladiator. It was fun. Like I remember, like it just brought back memories. Like listening to some of the music that I used to listen to in like the late 90s and early 2000s. I was like, yeah, it's so many memories, man. Because my first Jeep was a 97 TJ. And that was where I had I put that single 12 in there. Sealed box behind the back seat, forward facing, which would have been better rear facing. But it was loud. Well, it was loud to everybody because it was an open air TJ, right? So it sounded like I had the loudest car in town, but it was far from it. The Stroker 15s had to be tuned every few months. Oh my God. That's infuriating. My first woofer was a 15-inch JL audio in a Chevette. Dude. Mine was a 94 YJ. Yeah. No real mini trucks anymore. Cars in general are much bigger. Dude, freaking the new Rangers are the size of the old F-150s. Like, wild big. No, well, actually, checkered past. You're saying no real mini trucks anymore. I contest that statement. The new Ford Maverick. Tell me that thing isn't a mini truck. I'll tell you even another thing. I wouldn't mind owning one and stancing it. I wouldn't mind it. Little lowered, little stanced. How much do you all hate me for saying that? It's not a truck, it's a unibody ute. Ford Maverick versus the 90s Toyota extended cab, though. Trash. And the stairs and the days in the stairs were worth more than the car. Maverick bagged on 20s. I'd be into that. I would totally be into it. Stanced, unfriend. Not wild stanced, not stretched on the wheels, just a little, just enough to completely wipe all your tires, just completely make everything useless so quickly. Stance might as well wear your pants halfway off. I'm telling you, I own all of my weird quirks. I understand that I have a very weird taste. Bed full of subs. Yes. Now, like a bed full of subs except for a slot to hold my mini trike. Need to be able to bring you that mini trike in. Little camber looks good and is functional. Like, you see? There you go. I think I'd go proper stance versus squatted anything. Yeah, no squat. First 18-inch sub in my 90 Honda Civic wagon RT 4-wheel drive 6-speed. Dude. I would really like to have an EG hatchback. Like, I see these EG Civics come up for sale every once in a while. I'm like, oh, I wouldn't mind buying one. I think EG over EK. 12-inch Daytons. I want another EK. Yeah. I think the EG. I think that EG would be the one I'd want. I never owned one, personally. Let's double check our panhard length, but I don't think we're anywhere close. We are not. That's why we had the custom one. Maverick with EcoBoost 2.0 swap. Oh, there you go. I'm actually in for the hybrid. I want the hybrid. Why not? Nothing wrong with the hybrid. EM1 all day. What's the EM1? Why did I not know that one? I want an AMC Eagle. Oh, I totally agree. A little life. The AMC Eagle. I've looked at them. Oh, the SI. So the SI didn't come in the hatch though, did it? Or is that the? Was that only like JDM? Dayton triple gold, 125 spokes. I'm going to drop that panhard mount on the chassis side. Not in the States. That's what I thought. Okay. What was the years of the bluish purple SI? That was right around there, wasn't it? The 99 2000, but it was, coupe only. Type R hatch, yeah. I'd be fully into that. Maverick with a Coyote swap. Let's drop this down. Come on. Sorry, getting this re-situated. Blurple, exactly. 2K Honda SI had. I remember where I used to get my oil changed. The guy there had one all the time. I'm like, man, Electron Blue Pearl was the paint code. Interesting. I regret selling my 2000 EJ8 sedan. That's better. That clears and feels better throughout the entire stroke. Okay. They had the Blurple Integra, but not really. Did they make that same color in an Integra? I don't remember that. Don't remember that at all. I liked the Integras, but not as much. You are a genius. I'm going to read that comment just for all of you to understand that whoever that man is also a genius for Thank you. Thank you very much. I don't know why, but I believe you. I feel like you know. Let's see. I want a K-swapped geometric. Oh, I'll put that on backwards. Yeah, I think it would be cool to build a mini truck and put a Subaru Boxer for it with, oh God, you had me until you said Subaru Boxer. You just hate being able to use your car. You just want it to be blown up all the time. God damn Subarus. Did anyone else see the Honda K-swapped Ferrari? Yeah, that's done. What's that guy's channel? Not Savage to Salvage. That's, oh God, what is that guy's name? Someone help me. God damn it. It's a great channel. I just can't remember his name. Hey now, Travis. It's yeah, Boosted Boys are doing a K-swapped yeah, the FRS, but B is for no, it's not B is for build, is it? That doesn't seem right, Paul. I thought it was one of the other guys. I don't think that that's the channel. Damn it. You guys are going to make me grab my phone and check this. Because it's definitely worth the watch. Just put a rotary in it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you hate yourself, just do that. Put a rotary. Stance works. That's it. Yes. Thank you, Alex and John both. Oh, we got the new shocks on. Not sure. I was just throwing it out. Oh, I know he's built some. Let's see. So yeah, the guy who's doing it, he is, and I mean, he was doing a beautiful job, not just like a normal. So like, some of these guys do, like they build them and they make them run, put big power, but they don't necessarily build them to like that type of quality. He was doing legit great work. The K-swapped NSX is pretty spicy. Yeah, Boosted Boys owns that one, right? Mr. HS, thank you. 92, 95 Civic CX, Canada only edition, and it comes Honda Goldish Yellow. Goldish Yellow? 92 to 95. Huh. Can you import, well, 92 to 95, that'd be 25-year rule, right? You could import that into the States easily. PFI Brenton's the man showing up. You know, I do like watching KSR, Kevin Smith, on running race week with, granted, this is Midwest drag week with Cletus, but I always like seeing Brent in there for drag week when they used to run Cletus on it, or Cletus, Leroy Jenkins. But I will say that I do like Mullet much more than I like Leroy. I liked Leroy; it was great to watch. But I really like the build level that they did on Mullet. Leroy will be back for Rocky Mountain Race Week. That will be cool to see. It is cool to see that they're back half in that Corvette. Their expansion of ability with adding the fabricator tie has really changed that channel, and I really appreciate it. Arctic Cat 303 Panzer had a wankle. I did see the RX-7 first gen with the lawnmower pull start. I think, did Phoenix send that in the group chat today? No way they get Leroy done for Rocky Mountain Race Week. I know what you mean. Leroy. Thesis's Corvette. What? We got to do lower links and upper link. All the links. I'm looking forward to George and the Blazer. Oh, I fully agree. I can't wait to see that Blazer try and make it. I don't see it making the drag week. Not the first one. Not the first one. I really want a GT4 Celica. Oof. I cannot agree with you on that one. I never liked the Celicas. I know that they've got a lot of heritage and just... Do I need to explain the ship of Theseus to you, Josh? Yeah, I don't know it. I don't know that piece of mythicality. I did do a good job. The cheater Celica. Yeah, I know, and I know the history behind it and all that, but I just never enjoyed them. There we go. 43-year-old me just got a Civic ST hatch. Civic ST hatch. Why do I not know what the ST hatch is? I feel like I should, and I feel like I'm going to be an idiot for asking that. Someone re-educate me. Quick, before I feel dumber than I am. 2006? Corolla XR has the GT. Oh, that's interesting. Let's see. Sport touring. No, I did drop frames there for a moment. So I should be back now, though. That was on my end. It showed up. Oh, we also need to install that. Buffeting. I'm working on putting a V8 into an 85 300D. What? 300D? What's the 300D? Why do I know not that one either? Okay, lower link Juan done. Juan. Oh no. This link is blocked by my electronics. (2022) Civic Sport Touring hatch. Ew. A Ben. Oh, 300D Mercedes. Okay. Yes. I know what the 300D is. My bad. That makes sense. That makes sense all around. The legendary, yes, the one that I always associate with Hoovie's garage. Come on. Okay. I'm going to take the upper link out of this one. Long ass screw. Come on. That ball fall out? Nope, did not. And we need this link. Get it put in there. Okay, getting close. 300D equals tank on wheels. Yeah. Josh with the James May. I love. That's all I think of whenever I actually see buffering. I just think buffeting. Okay. I actually think of it more as Clarkson making fun of James May. Like right now, everybody's saying buffeting. Okay. What did I do with the lock nut? Nutting. There it is. Fell into hole. Okay. See if we can get this sucker to start. It's going to be a little difficult. I just know that it... Come on. Don't you dare. Nope. Son of a... Wiggle. Wiggle. I'm almost... Like... What's going to be the best course of action here? So, it's just one of those ones that there's like a drive shaft in the way, so it wants to keep kicking the lock nut the wrong way. Just got to hold your tongue just right to get it. Got it. Success. I am all that is man. Okay. That shit over there. And up, so I got one lower link, and then we're done with the front. I did also notice that I had forgot a kingpin screw. Is that a Dremel? That is not a Dremel. Funny you mentioned Dremel, though. You will find a funny joke to come soon-ish. It's a long play joke. All right. The GR Corolla is coming next year. Yes, it is. One of the employees at the shop has got one reserved through one of the dealers. And he's got it reserved at a no markup, which is, I'll believe it when I see it. Come out. Nope. Just gonna have to yank it out. Ow. There we go. Got it. Didn't want to give up for a minute. No. I didn't screw that up. I didn't. I thought I put the wrong one in. How much is gas where I'm at? I think yesterday I paid $6.09. I put $100 in the Gladiator and got most of a tank. So, you know, that was nice. I wasn't empty either. And that was a pretty good price for gas. Like, I was like, ooh, $6.09. So, he reserved before they were announced. Yes. Well, it was the day that they were announced. He called all over and finally found one that was willing to let him reserve, technically out of state, and at no. Paid $6.99 recently. Damn. That's spicy. Okay, we got all the new links on the front end. The new shocks are on the front end. Anytime I pull the Cutlass out of the garage, I gotta hit the gas station. God, I cry when I pay $4.99 for gas. Yeah, I used to. Not anymore. Now it goes up like 10 cents a day. So glad I have a quarter-mile commute to work now. Oof, that is a bonus. Yeah. Wait, I haven't paid for gas in 10 years. Oh, company credit card comes in. I was going to say, I was like, how have you not paid for gas in 10 years? That makes sense, and I am jealous. Okay. Phoenix, are you in Phoenix? What gave him away? Damn it. You have to change that username. Don't be Josh, and you're down there, aren't you? Down that direction? Where'd my wheel nut wrench go? I just used it. How did I lose it? Mr. HS, $10. Thanks, sir. Josh, you might like this version, a 2002 SI hatch in yellow gold Honda color that was made for the CX only color, not in the US. Ooh. I'm going to copy and paste that link real quick. Go to. Ooh. No, I do not like that one. I don't like that ear. Not a fan. That had the weird shifter on the dash, didn't it? Oh, I can't do it. I think I like the EGs. I did not know they made that one in that color though, because the guy I bought all that stuff from that was in that box set, he drives the blue version of that. The US spec. That's it came in the US. Let's see. Sent you a post on Instagram, S15 with a K20. Oh man. Oh, took the freaking wrong link off. I guess it doesn't really matter. There we go. Let's see. All right. Plastic links off. I want an all-wheel drive Element. You know, that's one of those ones that like people talk about. Like that the Element is a bit it's slept on. People, my brother had one and he put like 280,000 miles on an Element. I don't know. I don't think that his was the all-wheel drive. I don't remember though for sure. My brother's not much of a car person, but he was a medical sales rep, and he drove the wheels off that thing. I can't remember. Like, I don't think I ever saw it with a windshield in it that wasn't just completely destroyed, though. He just. But I think that's honestly just my brother too. I think the last time I borrowed my Jeep, he put a chip in it. Elements are stupid pricey for what they are here in Utah. My brother sold his in San Francisco because that's where he lived for a while. Now he lives in Texas, but my dad drove it out from Arkansas. Well, it was in. They took it to my parents' house in Missouri when they lived in the Ozarks, and then my dad drove it from the Ozarks out to California. Let's see. I have 2 element enduros. Wait a minute. That's not the element we're talking about. Honda Element is a cool CRV. Okay. There's that. Where did this screw come from? I don't know. I hope that I can get to that particular screw on this bed. I don't know if I welded this cage with that screw in position. This could be fun. I've got a ball-tipped 2.5, but I don't know that it will come out. Did I make a... Oh, I got it. Yeah. We're okay. I didn't... Well, are we? Yep, got it. Meant to do that. I knew that it would fit, for sure. Tolerances. All right. Let's see if we can get that to go back in where it came out of. It's a fun little game to play. It's way easier to go in than it was to come out. Just Dremel off the bolt. Oh, I know. That's where we would have ended up. Faux show. Definitely still need that ball tip to get it. Josh, what was the coolest car you ever owned? Man, I never really owned a lot of cool cars. Had a Porsche 944 with no power steering for about 2 weeks. I had a 1990 Corvette for 7 months. I've had 3 Wranglers. Let's see. Yeah, I just didn't really have a lot of cool cars. It was more about motorcycles, and they were cheaper. You know, that was, yeah. Mr. HS. Why haven't they done any of the Honda brand vehicles other than the Civic, maybe NSX, for us as crawlers or trail trucks? Man, I mean, can you see them? Can you see a Honda Element body selling, like, even as a novelty? I don't know. Like, oops. Like, I just don't... I feel like they made a CRV. Do you still ride motorcycles? I don't. Honestly, with how people drive out here in California, I can't allow myself. Didn't you have a PT Cruiser? No, that was my brother. My brother had the PT Cruiser with the Xenon body kit on it. 18-inch inkies. Two-tone paint. Yeah. A ridgeline body on a base cam. What welder do I use? I just got a brand new welder. And I got an AHP 203 XI. And that probably is a Roman numeral for a number. And I don't know what that was. Would that be 11? Right? XI? Shit. So. But, yeah. I really like it. Really, really like it. And it was fairly inexpensive for what it is. It was $725. Was it a turbo at least? No, the 944 was a V8. 5-liter V8. And the no power steering was terrible. Or it literally didn't work was the thing. Not that it was terrible, it just didn't work. So Proline, make the ridge line, baby. I mean, they've probably made weirder choices. Probably. Okay, let's try and get this lined back up. Come on. Alrighty. There we go. I thought the 944 was a turbo of a 4-cylinder. Do you mean 928? Was it the 928? I thought it was the 944. I don't remember. It was 2002? Yeah. It was on an estate sale. A dentist died and bought his Porsche. Maybe it was a 928. I thought the 928 was the 4-cylinder. And whatever it was. Like I said, had it for a very short time. Never fixed the power steering. Dropping frames, yep. Sorry, all. Looks like it's recovering, possibly, hopefully. Buffeting. I haven't dropped frames on a stream in a while. Tonight seems to be the night. It's like catching up to my rate, and then it's still showing some frames drop, so hopefully it's not too bad. So let's see. 928 looked like a catfish from the front. Yeah, that's probably it. Lay down headlights. Yep, yeah, that was the one. So 928. That makes some sense. I mean, I didn't know shit about him then. I really don't know much about him now. Probably know more now than I did then, and I still don't know what number it was. So 928 2002 does have a 5-liter. Yeah, there we go. That was the one then. So I trust that whoever would like to comment is definitely going to know more than me, because, like I said, I knew nothing then. The big thing is that he had a Springer front end Softail Harley Davidson. And that was the thing that I was really, because it was owned by Willie Thiessen, who was like the rich guy in Omaha. I don't know if he's still in Omaha or still the rich man in the area, but he was like the rich guy you would talk about in the town. And he owned this Springer, and he had every expensive bolt-on that you could have on this thing. Performance machine forward controls and 120 spoke wire wheels on it. Super nice primary, everything about it. And we bought it, basically had the thing sold before we bought it. And I remember the guy was he didn't know anything about the bike. We were just like, had a deal on it for a price. And he's like, yeah, I'll take it. And I spent 8 hours swapping parts off of my Harley onto that one because they were nicer. Just like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And it was just, and he was super happy with what he got. I got what I wanted, made money, and ended up with a Porsche I needed to sell. So there you go. So had the Porsche for free basically, and then it was what came out to be the profit. And I got a bunch of parts for my Harley. Dropped my ball. Let's see. What was it? Thoughts on the Porsche Taycan? I drive it in a heartbeat. I would own an electric car as a daily commuter. I mean, it wouldn't, obviously, I couldn't have it be my only car because I like to road trip and things like that. But I would absolutely own an electric car, especially, I mean, I would never be able to pay for the money that a Porsche Taycan is, but still, obviously. Do you have any pics of it? Was it it was a night train, right? It kind of was. So, I bought a wrecked Harley Softail night train, and then bought an aftermarket chassis. It was like a Midwest chassis or something like that, and swapped all like the engine and everything else over. Did it stop? It's still going, right? Yeah. Swapped the engine and everything else over onto the new chassis. Had to buy a bunch of little things here and there. Just to, but it was the only way, it was the only way that I was 18 when I built it. So there was no other way that I would have ended up with a Harley, if I wouldn't have been able to do that. So it was, yeah. Let's see. You got hit with an ad. That's weird. Just a commercial pop-up. Interesting. That's new. Same GT and ad. I've got premium. See? That's another thing for the premium. Midstream, kind of weird. Huh. Yeah. I can't explain it. It's still going. I'm sure we'll drop a bunch of people if they're doing that. But YouTube Premium owners be like, what? Oh man. Okay, that's we got we got all the parts on. How's that for timing? We got 20 minutes of some cleanup and random head stream died on me. No ad though. Okay, well, see, you win some, you lose some. That's very weird that it died. I don't know why that would have done that. YouTube doing YouTube things. Let me see if the body goes back on. Oh yeah, yeah. Let's see if how the body wants to, if it wants to work with us anymore. Where is it? There it is. There's the body. Oh, I do need to zip. I'm gonna zip tie my electronics back in before I forget. So throw a zip tie through it. Oh, come on. Let's see. Need those pliers again. Josh, you see the new Proline wheels? They look like Poison Spider Beat. I did see that little teaser today. Were they 2.2s, do you think? Or were they 1.9s? I couldn't tell on that Capra. I was wondering if they were going to... I mean, that Poison Spider style, like we still do them, but I'm like, man, that's a really old style. I was kind of surprised. Very surprised, actually. Right. There we go. Did it clip? Yes. There we go. No, it didn't. Son of a biscuit. Yeah, it did. Ah, peckerhead. Is Proline doing the hybrid setup? What do you mean? Carl Jantz, thank you, sir. I'm late. Forgot it was Friday, and also didn't get a notification you went live for some odd reason. See, YouTube just sometimes do their own thing. But thanks for joining, even if we're like 20 minutes from the end. Will you go in the freaking hole? Are you too good for your home? Answer me. Evidently. Okay. I'll deal with you later. Totally what I was going to do. Damn tiny zip ties. I'm just like at the limit of the length. It needs to be just a eighth of an inch longer. Have I got it right? Is everything in there? No, my wires are still in the way, but I could just plug them in, but I'm not going to do that. Yeah, good enough. Nope. God damn it. What did I do? I changed something. It's my fault for sure. But what is it? Do I just need to plug this back in? Obviously it needs some adjustment. There's no doubt there that whatever I did now is different than what it was. Oh, why is my... Just poke them with a stick. Yeah. For some reason, I have play now, which I didn't have before. Something moved. I don't know what I did. I'll investigate later. Either way, in theory, this is a great setup. Like everything, it's theory. I don't know what is happening though. Why is it not working like it did? Because it was great. I could literally pick the whole truck up. I did it for days. Like I've had it at the office most days. I moved something. or something. I don't know. Burn it with fire. You know, I was thinking about burning it with ice, but either way, 60% of the time, it works 100% of the time. It's exactly right, Phoenix. The biggest thing is that it works great. Your carbon fiber hinge wore out. You see, that's what I was like looking at too, but I was like, that's not happening. It's great. I was hanging out yesterday with Corwin at NWSD. Always fun to see what he's cooking up. I'm thinking about, I need to get a short wheelbase because I'm thinking I need to take the Brondo one and swap it over to a nicer chassis. But I got to find narrow enough axles because it needs, like, I don't know if SCX2 axles will work or not. I haven't decided. But this thing's not, I think what else do I need to do? Or can I do? I could change out drive shafts. I could change out the axle housings. What's it weigh now? Now that I've got weight in the wheels, or with the stainless weights, stainless links, zeroed out. What do you guys think that it weighs? It's got, well, there's no battery in it. Where's my battery? So the battery's in it. The cage is titanium. The aluminum wheels, stainless steel brake weights, stainless steel links, aluminum chassis. It's a revolver motor. TGH transfer case, carbon fiber, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. 6.4 pounds, 6.8 pounds, 8 pounds, 6.4, 4.9, 6,098 grams. That's all. I can hit that. 5 pounds, 1.2 pounds. 6.8, 4.77. Let's see. 7.2, 4.4, 637, 5375. Could you sell me those wheels? They're just a regular 310 Cerakoted. You could have them Cerakoted. We're going to swap. Can you see that? 4 pounds, 13.3 ounces. So pretty light. That's RTR. 100% RTR. So just under 5 pounds. What? 3 ounces, 2.6 ounces under 3 pounds, or under 5 pounds. So not bad. Like I said, the titanium doesn't weigh anything. It's this whole bed setup is pretty light. In grams, please. Okay. Swapping back. Zooming in. Unit 2,213 grams. There you go. It's lighter than it looks. It is. It's very light. I mean, even with the aluminum, like with all that stuff, it's just. And I guess I can do that. Oh, it says negative. Oh, there it goes. It's at 0, so it's tared properly. 0 grams. Unit 4 pounds, 14 on the dot. Goes to 0. Not too bad, right? And I think, like it is, it would crawl well. I was almost double off. Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, weight balance is. I'm right at the links, where the links mount. So, oh, my battery's in the back, but you know, how much does a lid weight these days? What do you mean? Wait, what you talking about, Willis? That's actually pretty. That's not bad, right, Ben? I mean, the revolver, the transfer case. It's nice and light. I think it's a pretty reasonable setup all the way around. I think it would actually crawl really well, which we will find out. John Cam guessed right. Hey, there you go. John Cam gets the digital high five that I owe Curtis. Not, but Curtis still gets. He gets like 400 of them. So, yeah, but for having a metal rear cage with an aluminum inner bed, it's pretty good. The question is, can it haul a can of dew? John Cam, you win $400. Seriously though, what changed with my body mount? Why is all of a sudden it being an absolute... Oh, that's why. So my body mount screws to this aluminum, and I just realized that I was able to, by pulling it up, I was tweaking it back and pulling that down. So I just pushed it down and it bent it back. I need to support that better. How many oats can it haul is the real question. So I need to reinforce the aluminum panel, or I need to reinforce where I mount it to that. That's easy enough. I know how to fix it. I've got it. Yeah. I know in the last feed, I had the bronze wheels on there, but I switched to these afterwards, and I think these looked way better. They should really have a can it haul a can of dew for cop crawlers. Yes. The only thing is I still need to put a front bumper on this, like some sort of minimal front bumper. That's on the to-do list. I do have a UC Fab one. Is it the right width? Nope. This chassis is not a standard width. Oh well. I'll have to build one. I mean, that one was steel. I should build a titanium one anyway. So. That shall be the plan. But pretty good. We have 5 minutes left. What size tattoo pack is that? It's an 853S. But this one can run on 4S, and I feel like I should do that. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab my radio. My radio was next to the beer. How convenient. Oh yeah, I don't have anything secured, but that's okay. Let's see. Yeah, so it's a 1000 kV revolver motor, which is slow, but the gearing in this thing is in a pretty good shape. So, Crawlmaster V2. Have you ever clipped the battery on the rocks? No. Hey, since I'm on the hook for $400, can you give my crawler crew a shout out? 559 RC crawlers. Yes, you can. Yes, I absolutely can. I don't know where 559 is, but 55. They whoever is in there, 559 RC crawler crew. Curtis somehow should be your president, but not the treasurer. He should definitely not be the treasurer, but definitely the president. Visalia. Oh, I know Visalia. And so I've crawled in that area. The last time I was there was the 2019 RC4 Drive West Coast Challenge. Not the treasurer. Don't let him log in on his phone. But beyond that, you should definitely... Are you going to do a crawl review? Yes. So I'm going to improve my body mounting situation. I think it's great in theory, but needs a little fixing. I'm going to build a front bumper for it, and then I'm going to do a video on it. Because honestly, I just have been really happy with how this all came together. Dude, you've been live for like 4 hours. I already drank and got Taco Bell. By the way, they are out of Mexican pizzas. What? How waterproof is that? Not waterproof. I don't know what standard that falls for you, but I would call it not waterproof. But I live in California, and they don't let us drive in water. They ration how much water we can drive through. So, he can't be treasurer, but he can run PR like a monster. Curtis, the next time you travel to the Sacramento area, let me know so that I will give you a tour of the facility. 0 WP rating. Yeah. Yeah. Instead of like IP65, it is IP0. Nice and smooth. This sounds like going on. Just getting out of work here in New York. This sounds still going on? Yes. This show is what you meant. Yes. Is money real, though? Anymore? No. Money's never real. Mexican pizzas won't be back till fall. What is going on? I only got one during IP yellow. Or make a special trip, and I'll also buy you lunch. There's a great taqueria around the corner. So, oh. I've got a friend coming in town, and there we go. Motor isn't the problem. It's the ESC. Yeah, it's the my ESC, my receiver, my BEC. All of it is just IP freely. That's perfect. It's this little bundle of joy over here, which is the receiver, BEC, and ESC. Just it's the Taco Bell version of the McRib. Oh my god. That's a lot of tacos. You're right, Ben, because it's dollar tacos on Tuesday. All right, you 100% oped. There's no way. I did not ope. You're going to give me something else to be self-conscious about while I'm editing videos. Like, did I just ope? Why do RC cars provoke people in real cars into trying to run them over? I have never personally ran into that situation. I don't get how they can be out. Taco Bell has like 10 ingredients total, which is basically the case for any Mexican restaurant. Not that I'm not calling Taco Bell a Mexican restaurant. Just, that was an ope. You guys are killing me. There's no way. The cab needs a Pacifico sticker. Nice build. Well, thank you. I remembered I had these nice, thin, but much longer zip ties. All right. That's the show, folks. La Taco Bell. It's French. I did put in the HK Hobbies servo, which isn't a fancy servo. It's a fairly inexpensive, like a $25 direct power servo. And I just feel like I wouldn't be mad at myself if I threw in one of the super overpowered servos like I do a lot of times. Because I just like how this thing came out. Granted, I'm still going to sell it. But I really like the revolver. I got some more of them coming because I liked it. I'll try it in a couple of my other cars that I drive a lot more often. I like the little TGH transfer case. I feel like it just needs, I need to get it on the rocks now, right? After I fix my body mount, because obviously it's not perfect, and build a bumper. So probably do that this weekend. Maybe tomorrow morning. I'm going to get up real early. You guys were fantastic. Thanks to Curtis, specifically, of the 559 crawlers. Curtis for president, and everybody else as well. I appreciate it again. Hope you guys have a good weekend. You know, have fun. Stay cool if you're somewhere where it's not cool, like me. And, you know, we'll see you. Oh, if you're still here. Starting this week's Scale News Update, I think Genzace is going to be giving away stuff every Scale News Update for the next 4 or 5 weeks. So be ready for that. There you go. 105 there tomorrow. Bull. Stay cool. Drink water. Not just beer. Beer too, but water. What? 2 beers, 1 water. Alternate. Have a good one, guys. Appreciate it again. Seriously, the stop stream button went away, though, so I don't know how to end this thing. Let's refresh on my end. There it is. Nope. Can't end it yet. And it's back. See you guys later.